Hope you guys are doing well. It's not your average Joe coming in with another tip for you. Just got out of the auto shop, had them look over my 99 Camry, which I haven't made a video quite yet about, and wanted them to do a little pre-trip inspection. I'm taking a little trip here soon. Not much more than 1,200 miles, but I wanted to get it looked at just to see what was happening. And they came back with a quote. Now, I make this video to warn you guys to not take the quote unless it's something very urgent and unless you're completely disinclined to working with your hands or working on a car or whatever. If you don't like doing that, then go ahead and pay the money. However, if you have simple hand tools like socket wrenches, a pry bar, really that's it, a wrench, just simple hand tools will get you by, then definitely look into doing some of the work yourself. So in my case, I ended up having worn tie rods. All right, so they said the inner tie rods were bad, and this is what they came back with. So as you can see, almost 400 bucks. Now, again, if you're not inclined mechanically, if you have the money, sheesh, go ahead and spend it. Save yourself a lot of frustration and some time. But if you have a few hours and you have the tools, then just go for it, because otherwise, look what you're spending. So I'll explain this to you guys a little bit. The installation, so quantity 2, inner tie rod socket on rack and pinion installation, they charge $78.75. I'm assuming that's per hour, and they say it's going to take 2 hours. Okay, with all the tools they have, that's probably what it will end up being, is 2 hours. And then so that's the first area where you get to pay yourself that. If you do the work yourself, you save yourself 78 bucks an hour. So even if it takes you 10 hours, you're paying yourself 15 bucks an hour, or saving yourself 15 bucks an hour to do the repair yourself. Another thing to consider is the parts. Now, a lot of dealerships and repair shops they'll get a top of the line replacement part, when the reality is you don't always need the top of the line, especially if you're driving a beater like me. You just need something that has a decent warranty, that's gonna last you another 30 to 40,000 miles, and then you'll be good. So they wanted 42 bucks for an inner tie rod. That's just one. And so that comes out to 85 bucks for the equipment. So doing a little bit of math. Now, the one last thing, they do recommend a wheel alignment, and depending on how well you install it, you may be able to avoid that, but alignment is good when you're messing with any of the steering components. So I'll probably end up getting an alignment, but I'll probably be able to find one for maybe half that price, or at least 20 bucks cheaper. So doing the math, I'm gonna be able to do this repair for probably a quarter of what they're quoting me here. So they want $365. I'll be able to do it for just parts, because I already have all the tools, and it's going to take some time. But like I said, even if it takes 10 hours, I'm saving 15 bucks an hour. But this job will probably take closer to 3 or 4, hopefully. There's lots of unknowns, and it is frustrating. But wanted to put that out there, let you guys know that there's other options. I looked up the parts for the tie rod ends, and I'm able to get an inner and an outer tie rod end for the right and left side on the vehicle for $40 shipped. So that way I'll be able to replace the outer tie rod end as well. So I'll put that video up in a little bit, but takeaway is, do not think that the quote is your end all be all, especially if you're willing to do the repair yourself. And of course, you can take the quote to another shop, then they'll probably discount it a little bit more for you. Hope that was helpful. Let me know what you think. Share the video, like the video, all that YouTube self-promotion nonsense. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.